So I would say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone around the globe. And because I'm Cebuano, I would say Meng buntag, Meng hapon, Meng gabi. I have a very special guest tonight, but I would like to introduce myself for those who do not know me yet. I'm Myrel. I'm half of Jay and Myrel. Jay is my husband, and this is my business page. This episode is one of the many episodes I've started just to introduce and give an idea to our viewers, to all of you who want to know what a digital business is, if it's really legitimate, and to meet other beautiful digital business owners from other parts of the world as well. I'm originally from the Philippines and currently living in Illinois, USA, and I'm a physical therapist by profession. So, without further ado, I would like to bring our very special guest, Evelyn, and I will just let her introduce herself, get her more to give us background on her side. But I'm very excited to bring her on my business page, and we would learn a lot from her tonight. Actually, it's tonight here, but it's morning at her end. So let me just have her here. Hi,
Hello, 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 hello. How are you?
I'm good. And you? You've got enough
Yes,
coffee?
it is the morning here. So, good morning, everyone. How are you? I hope you are all well and great. Happy to be here. Thank you so much, Merel, for hosting me. My name, can I go ahead?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, yes, thank you so much. My name is Evelyn, just like you have seen in the intro. I am a Kenyan. I'm born and bred in Kenya. I live in a small town on the western part of Kenya. And I am a mom of two handsome boys. My eldest is 23 and my youngest is 10. I am a single mom working for the government as a teacher. I've been working for the government for 21 years. And since 2020, when I saw the business, I'm running my business on the side. And it's a beautiful journey that I would like us to share. Myrelle and I are going to share about it. We have, through this business, I've learned so much. And that is basically a bit of it, which I've gotten into the details. But one thing I want to say that I'm so honored to be on your page, Myrelle. And thank you, thank you, thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Pleasure is
Yeah.
mine. I was looking forward to having you on my business page. So,
Yeah.
thank you for that introduction. And I know you're from Kenya and you've been in the working for the government for 21 years.
Yeah.
That's a really long time. I would say that you must love your job and
Yeah.
you know, I so that
Mm,
means that ever since your kids were small or they're young, you were already
yeah.
working. So you were like
Yes.
a full-time mom, full-time,
Hmm.
career woman, and
Yeah.
also I would say that you're a single woman raising them all up. That would be very
Mm,
challenging, I would say. Um,
very.
I
Mm.
admire you for really going straight and continuing. I can say you're a hardworking and really motivated woman.
Mhm.
What are your challenges, in life? I know there are so many, but then what
Mhm.
made you go through this path of finally looking for a business?
Oh, thank you for that question, Merel. Indeed, as a single woman with one stream of income, it can be very, very daunting. And the challenges can be quite many. Just balancing to ensure that the paycheck runs up to the next paycheck, so that you are actually running from paycheck to paycheck. That is one of the major challenges that I faced as a single. As having one single income, because I have to juggle between household budget and school fees. My eldest is in aviation school, so the fees is quite high on this part of the world. The youngest is still also in school, and there are many other requirements that he needs to do. I have aging parent, an aging mother for that matter, who is also looking up to me. But most importantly, that I would want to really, really mention that was my wake-up call was a few years ago. Actually, 2 years ago, I felt very sick, and I was in hospital for quite a long time. When I was lying in bed, in that hospital bed, I saw the desperation in my children's eyes. My aging mother was, they panicked actually, because now they thought, now this is the only breadwinner that we know, and here she is lying in bed. So it was actually a wake up call for me, because I thought to myself, God forbid, what if something worst happened to me? What would happen to my children? What would happen to those who depend on me? So while I was lying there in bed, I told myself that if God wills that I leave the hospital, I think I will want to try something else, something new that would allow me to create an extra revenue for myself. So I was in hospital for quite a long time, for the part of 2020, 2021. No, 2019, 2020, and part of 2019. I was in and out of hospital, and the illness left me with injuries, and I was immobilized in my legs. So I had to battle with a lot of how I was going to pay the bills. In this part of the world, Merel, when you have a problem, friends and relatives come together and they fundraise for you so that you can be able to, make the ends meet. And that is exactly what my friends did. But it really pained my heart that I was in that precarious position. And I told God that I would try as much as possible, never ever again, to put my family and friends into that position where they have to really bail me out, because I was at a point where I was not able to access. I needed the medical care, but I was not able to access it because I was not able to pay it. So that is something that really shook me. It was my wake up call, and I decided that when I leave, I wanted to try something new. So basically, that is my why. I wanted to create something that would supplement my medical charges, that would be able to provide for me. My eldest is in college. I wanted to be able to pay his fees so that he does not drop out of school, and also to supplement my income and support my aging mother. So those were my very big whys, why every day when I wake up, when I think about them, I become awake and I start working on my business. Yes.
Everlyn, thank you so much for sharing your story with us.
Mm-hmm.
With showing, with sharing your story, it's like you're making
Mm-hmm.
yourself vulnerable, and just giving yourself out there. And you are
Mm-hmm.
so blessed. You have friends, and families that would do that for you, because that's not the case for everyone when they are in
Yes.
that situation. And
Mm-hmm.
I am really glad that you're okay now and you're back on track. And I can
Mm-hmm.
relate when it comes to family, because being Filipinos, we are actually, it's an expectation that we
Mm-hmm.
are supposed to take care of our families. Like my husband and I, we still send them some
Mm-hmm.
resources for both of our sides. And
Yeah.
so again, I'm glad that you're here, and I can see that you're really a good mom. Look at your children, like one's in aviation and the other one is also continuing. I'm sure
Yeah.
they're very good sons, because
Mm-hmm.
you're a good
Yes,
mother.
indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed, indeed. I can't complain. I thank God for that, because I think they've seen me struggle all my life. And every time my eldest tell me, Mom, don't worry, everything shall be okay. And he's saying, Mom, I want to join in business, because he's seeing the goodness about the business. And I'm sure when his time comes, he'll join us.
Yeah, that's the good thing about this business. It's like a legacy to
Yes.
your children, that they can continue
Hmm.
or start their
Yeah.
very own. So
Yeah.
my question would be, how did you so you were looking for a business, and how did you come to choose this one? Because there's so
Mm.
many, like it's like a buffet of businesses out there, online,
Yeah.
traditional, and even with just online, there are so many online, things that you can
Hmm.
start. Why this particular one?
Yeah, I actually saw quite many of them. Usually, I'm a teacher, so definitely I am very conversant with working online because sometimes I teach students who are not within my area online. So I was online and I could see several things, but many of those things I never saw faces behind the people who were actually talking about the business. So I was so skeptical about most of them because as you check them out, there is no face to face like what we are doing right now. You are actually communicating to people that you can't see. Or if it is something that maybe you are trading money, somebody is able to tell you that this is your money, but you cannot actually access that money. So those are some of the things that I was, I was able to sieve them throughout and be able to say, no, this one is not for me. But when I came to this business, one thing that really struck me was the fact that I saw faces of people behind. I could see that they laid out the information out, and you are not being forced to really take the action. I mean, you are not forced to take anything. By You are not given a timeline now. You have to move in. You have to take it by quickly. You actually the information is given to you, so you can actually take time to go through the information and make a decision for yourself. Besides that, I didn't want anything that would put me in a precarious position with my family and friends where I have to keep on telling them that please buy this, please buy this. I didn't want to sell because I had already seen what my friends and family had done for me. I didn't want to spoil that bond that was already there. I didn't want to sell at all. I didn't want to knock on people's doors. It was not going to be possible because already I was immobilized. I was not able to move. I wanted something that was online, something that I would not bug my friends. I didn't want to do any selling, and this business gave me that. I wanted something that would enable me to scale up slowly, because when I looked at this business, I saw the training, which is a very, very up to date training, world class training. And this training allowed me to learn everything that I need. I had never done any business before. As much as I was teaching online, I was not that tech savvy. It was just basic knowledge of the computers that would allow me to communicate to people. So I have learned through this business. They have taught me everything I know about the business, and that is one thing that I really am happy about. And lastly, there are many things, but I'll choose the ones that I'm talking about. Is that I had a coach and a mentor that was given to me, and therefore the mentorship and the coaching program that is in this business is amazing. I'm able to talk to you and meet other business partners around the world, which is could never have been possible in any other business. We support one another because in this business we are the business for ourselves, but not ourselves. So there are many things that are so good that are not in the other businesses, and that is why I decided now this is the one, and this is what I would do because it suited me. It checked all the boxes for me. Yeah.
I see. It looks like
Yeah.
you've already explained everything that I want, that I like too on this business. I would say I would love. Those are the
Mm-hmm.
top things that I do like from it. There are
Mm-hmm.
so many other things, but yes, just like you, I was looking for something that's online because being a physical therapist, I've been very, it's busy. I'm like, how can I
Yeah.
go to another store, mandate, or have someone do it for me? So I wanted
Mm-hmm.
it to be, online because I can access it anytime. And again, you've mentioned the training. I have no business background, and I've
Yeah.
been thinking, I'm like, I wanted to really have a business because I understand the concept of residual income, legacy.
Yes.
But I said, I don't want to start from scratch because I don't
Mm-hmm.
really know how. And I don't think I would be able to do it even with my husband and I only. So that's
Mm-hmm.
what I like. I have like the training that's step by step, and I'm a visual learner. So I love
Mm-hmm.
that it's like it's video based and it's step by step. It tells me what's the next thing to click and what's the next one.
Yes.
So that was
Yes.
very helpful. And
Mm-hmm.
what I also love about it, just like you, was the community of coaches and mentors and like minded
Mm-hmm.
people. Because
Mm-hmm.
in this world, it's because of everything that's going on, you would hear different things, things that could make you more sad or depressed or being
Yeah.
out of track. So being
Mm,
surrounded by like-minded people who motivates you and inspires you is really a
mm,
big thing for me. And the selling, I didn't like selling either because I have one colleague before. He ended not being invited. People like hesitant to invite him on gatherings or parties because they feel like every time that person is there, it's like selling, you know. And
yeah.
I understand. I understand
Mm,
now that we have to
mm,
take care of our business, but I didn't want that. I didn't want to burn
mm.
bridges. I don't want to just spoil the relationships.
Yes.
Um, so you know how it's the middle of the year and we usually start with goals, right? Like we have
Yeah.
this New
Yeah.
Year's resolution and stuff. If you
Mm,
would like to share some of your goals and how were you able to keep stay on track? Because I know you're a very busy woman and you have other so many things to take care of, you know. So
mhm.
if you can share that valuable tips to our viewers and for me, of course.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. In fact, indeed, I mean, the year has gone very fast, and it's amazing that you're already halfway done with the first part of the year. And sometimes I look back and say, oh God, how fast and how quick the year is running, that by the end of the year, I'm looking at myself and saying, oh, will I be able to have hit the goals? But the goodness about our community or our business model is that it actually keeps you on check. Um, One thing that I've learned in this business is being a good planner. And being a good planner, it means that I am able to do so much, schedule most of my staffs, and put goals to what I want. I learned about um, having a vision board. And many a times we talk about things that you want to do at the beginning of the year, but by February or March, you have already forgotten but what you want to do. So with a vision board, it's something that it's on my wall. I'm able to see that this is what I want to achieve by June. This is what I want to achieve by December. This is what I want to achieve in the next 7 months or so. So the vision boards actually reminds me everything that I need to do. And every day when I look at the vision board, it keeps me going. It gives me the impetus, gives me the push for me to go even as uh, to go to work harder at my business. And we also have the planning where I schedule most of my tasks. I want to really appreciate the fact that our business has an automated system, and this is a system that simply works. So I'm able to schedule my task and let the system run for me. The system is able to run my campaigns for me, my email campaigns and all that. And in that, I'm able to actually reach out to many people who I would have never physically been able to do so. And in turn, my part is only to reply to the queries, to the questions that are being asked, to inquiries that are being made, and I reply to that. So that is one of the many ways I've been able to stay on track and be able to see how I can be able to reach to my goals. And also I have accountability people and partners who help me to check. We are always checking up on one another. You said that we have never met physically, which is true, but through the business, I've been able to meet you and many others. I have friends around the globe. I have friends around the world, in Europe, in Asia, in America, in North and South America, and I can talk to anyone around the globe, and we can share and we can share about our business, encourage one another, and also support one another. So those are some of the things I look at and say, well, these are some of the aspects about this business that have enabled me to stay on track and be able to look, to continue working at my business. And when I look back, this is what I plan to do in January. By June, I should have done this, and I can see I have almost hit most of the goals that I wanted to have reached. I'm able to do so. the training in our business is very up to date. So every time I go to the training, I'm able to update myself on something, on the newest trends that are happening. I'm able even also to look at what is happening elsewhere, and I'll be able to use it in my business. And that is something that helped me a lot in keeping myself in check on what I want to achieve at the end of it all. Mirel, are you still there?
I'm here. I wanted the
Y-
audience to really listen and focus on you.
Yeah.
You have other
Yeah.
things to say, or that's
Okay, yeah, basically that is it. And maybe just to add one more thing is that we have a weekly masterminds, and these weekly masterminds are very, very informative. The weekly masterminds have enabled me to stay in check, learn from other industry leaders, those who have gone before me, because we say that success leaves footprints, and I'm able to learn through their mistakes and avoid them. I'm able to also know what they are doing that is giving them success, and they share openly, which is unlike any other business where somebody is sharing their successes. In here, we actually learn from those who have gone before us, and they allow us to be able to learn from them and not make the same mistakes that they did. And in turn, we fast track our success, because we are able to do the right things and avoid those that are also going to make us not get what is right. So those are some of the things that have made me stay on track with my goals, and hopefully achieve them and surpass them for that matter. Yes.
so. This is what exactly what we mean, guys, when we say that our community is something that we value, because we
Yeah.
don't, pull each other down. We share all the learning that we have because we learn every day. So when we have the
Mm.
mastermind, we tell them, oh, this is what works and this is what we should do,
Yes.
and in this way. The people or the digital business owners who are also watching would be learning from it. And same
Mm.
with on Evelyn, if she learns something, she shares it to
Yeah.
to her, to the other business owners. And
Mm.
that's the reason why we also very would, we like the training, because we have to know a lot about it, because our goal, the ultimate goal for our business, is actually not just a business, is the people behind the business, like Evelyn and
Mhm.
I. And we want to be the best that we can be in the business in order to help other people to excel and be the best in their
Yeah.
business as well, because
Mm.
that's just how it is with everything that's going on. We want to lift each other up, give them hope, inspire them. And being a
Mhm.
physical therapist, that's what's relate to me with the business, because
Yeah.
it's I love helping people. So this business is like letting me help other people too, and
Yes.
meet other people. So
Mm.
the mastermind help, and we also have monthly meetings. Again,
Mhm.
you can do this business on your own. Like if you want
Mm.
it to be done on your own, it's up to you. But the good thing
Mm.
is you don't have to do it alone. You can
Yeah.
always reach out and say like, hey, this is what I've been doing. Are you able to assist me? And that's the good thing about this. You have a
Yeah.
choice, really. So if
Mhm.
there's for our viewers who wants to join or to start this kind of business, what do they need to do, and what can you tell them?
Thank you, Mariel, for that question. Basically, all of us began at one point by clicking at the website, like the ones that are on the screen. Because personally, I saw an ad on my newsfeed, and that is how I clicked on the link that was given on the website that was given. So on the screen, you can see we have Mariel's website, and we have my website. If you resonate with her story, then you can be able to click on that. If you resonate with my story, then we can be able to click on my website. And once you click on the website, we advise that you fill in your name and a valid email address. We insist on the valid email address, because that valid email address will allow us to send you a link that will give you an access to a complimentary, no cost webinar. And this webinar, we are going to explain in detail the business model. It is a 90-minute webinar that allows you to learn what exactly we are talking about, the business model. And also, the second part of the webinar gives you testimonials from people who are already the business users, and you are able to see the different faces of people apart from us. And therefore, the webinar will allow you to make a decision whether you want to move to the next step. And if it resonates with you, if you are convinced enough, then you can move to the next step and pay the registration fee, which is refundable within 30 days. And that will also allow you to now explain, to access the training and access everything else that we are talking about. But the most important thing, everyone, all the 125,000 people in our community, all began by clicking at the website and starting by watching the webinar. So that is basically the start, and we hope to see you on the inside. Back
Yeah.
to you, Mara. Mm,
All right. I would just like to inject the how I started with this one, because you
mm,
mentioned earlier, Evelyn, like how that you love that you can see the people's faces. So when
yeah,
I was looking at the ad, I'm like, if this is a scam and if this is not legitimate, why would she tell her name? Why would she
yeah,
show her face in the ad? And
hmm,
I started looking at her Facebook, and I saw that this Facebook has been for decades.
yeah,
So it's not like something that has been just created. And
mm,
she's a physical therapist. She showed, the kitchen. She was cooking something, and then the laptop. I'm like, she can do this, and I know physical therapist has been very busy.
yeah,
So these are just the things, guys. And just going back to like the webinar, we have it Tuesdays, Thursdays, 7 p.m.
mhm,
Central Standard Time. We also have a replay because we know time zones vary.
yeah.
For Evelyn, what would be your time there when they would like to watch your webinar?
Okay, as is Wednesdays and Fridays. Wednesday and Fridays at 3 a.m. So like a few hours ago, it just ended. Yes. Mm,
But there are replays. So again, they can
yes.
just click on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Any last words or inspiring words that we can share with our viewers?
I want to say that action takers are the millionaires of tomorrow. You cannot just sit back and say, "I wish I can do that," or I mean, you have to take action. Take action and see for yourself. Take the leap of faith. If we never took action, if we never took the leap of faith, we would not be here sharing this information to you. And we can actually attest to the fact that this is something that has made a difference in our lives. And
Mhm.
we are gracious enough. We are very willing to help you and hold your hand as you build your business. You'll never be alone. We'll always be here to help you. And we always have other people also in the business that we are willing to help you. Thank you so much, Marel, for having me, and God bless you.
Oh, God bless you too. It's my pleasure to have you here, and it's my honor. Thank you very
Mm,
much for giving a very detailed information for our viewers about
yes.
our business. And I
Thank
would
you.
say, on my part, if you change nothing, nothing will change. I always have
Mhm,
that because,
mm,
again, you cannot expect a different result when you're doing the same thing. So you really have to
yes.
change something. So
Mm.
that's it. Thank you very much. And thank you for waking up so early to be in this, to be in my
Yeah.
page. Um,
Mm,
God bless you, everyone, and just keep your faith and keep moving forward, no matter where you
mhm.
are in life, because it's just perseverance and just the faith. All right, bye.
Bye bye. Yep. Mm.
Okay.